So when I first got my start in real estate, although my first listing was a single family residence, my first couple purchases that I helped my clients with were actually multifamily rental properties. Now, this isn't the case for most realtors. Most people start with residential and they stick with residential for a while before they get into rental properties. But like I mentioned in a previous video, my broker and mentor had already been in the industry for over 30 years before I even got my license. So he had a huge stream of clients that were always going through him to purchase and sell properties, and a lot of those were investors that had multifamily units that he would help them buy and sell. Now, when I'm working with my investor clients, we tend to focus on multifamily rentals. And why is that? Well, it's actually because multifamily rentals can be a lot more stable than single family rentals. Each individual rental is an opportunity for rental income. For example, if you have a fourplex and one person moves out, you still have 3 rented units with those people paying rent and helping you make your mortgage payment and take care of all the other costs that come with owning a property. On the other hand, if you only have a single family home and somebody moves out, that entire mortgage payment is up to you now. Now imagine somebody that has 100 units in their portfolio. Even if 10 people move out and you have 10 vacancies, that's not really hurting you too much because you have 90 people that are still paying rent. You get to tap into economies of scale. So if you have one building with multiple units, it's a lot more cost effective than having one building with one big unit. And sure, you could have one person renting out a big mansion if you could find somebody that can actually afford that rental payment. But as soon as they move out, that's a massive mortgage payment that you have to pay for. And any of my followers that are out there that own their own home know that home repairs could be very expensive. If your fridge goes out, you're looking at like $700 to replace that. If an AC unit goes out, you're looking at thousands of dollars to replace that. But the more rental units you have inside a building, the better. They can help you cover those big expenses when they come up. My investors that rent out single family homes, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, they tend to stress a little bit more about these repair costs when they come in than my investors that have 12 units or 16 units in one property. And I have come across some really bad tenants in my time as a property manager. And I had one really bad tenant that destroyed one of my investors' units. They had punched holes in the walls, broken doors in half, ripped fixtures off of the walls. I could literally see from one bedroom through the wall into the kitchen. And although it was really expensive to fix up that unit, that was a part of a 16-unit complex, so they still had a lot of rental income coming in and helping them pay for those expenses. If another one of my investors that was renting out a single-family home had that same tenant, it would be all bad because they wouldn't have that rental income to help them pay for that renovation. And then they would still be responsible for their mortgage payment on top of that. If you're considering starting your investment journey with rental properties, my name is Vincent Vasquez and I would love to help you out. Like I said, I basically got my start in rental properties and I know a lot about them and how to manage them. Hit me up and let's start building your portfolio.